We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about rich server control. The rich server control are those control that can be used in web page by providing very less code or without code. Some of the rich controls that you can use in web applications are XML control, calendar control, and add rotator control. We'll start with the first control, that is XML control. The XML control is used to display an XML document without using any type of formatting or style sets. You can specify the display of XML document by using various properties. Over here we can see two different properties of XML document. First is document content. It specifies a string that contains the XML document that is to be displayed in the XML control. Next is document source. Document source is specified the path of XML document that is to be displayed in the XML control. Next, we have to see the namespace hierarchy for the XML control. For that, system.object, system.web.ui.control, and system.web.ui.webcontrols.xml. We can see the ASP tag over here. For that, ASP colon XML. This tag is used for XML control. Then we have to mention ID. For example, ID is equal to XML1. Then we have to write run at equals to server. Okay. Now we'll discuss few properties of XML class. Earlier we discussed are the properties of XML document. Now we are going to discuss about properties of XML class. First is transform. It specifies an XSLT style sheet which formats the XML file before it is returned to the output stream. Next is transform argument list. It specifies the XSLT argument list class that contains a list of optional argument passed to the style sheet and used during the XSLT. Next is transform source. It is used to specify the path to an XSLT style sheet that formats the XML document before it is written to the output stream. And last one is XPath Navigator. It specifies a cursor model for navigating and editing the XML data associated with XML control. That's it for XML control. Now we'll discuss our next control, that is calendar control. The calendar control display a graphics calendar on which user can select dates. This control exists with system.web.ui.webcontrols namespace. You can use the calendar control to display a single month of a calendar on a web page. This control allows you to select dates and move to the next or previous month. You can select a single day, week or month by setting the selection mode property. Namespace hierarchy for the calendar control is like this: system.object, system.web.ui.control, system.web.webcontrols.webcontrol, and system.web.ui.webcontrols.calendar. Okay, over here we can see the ASP tag for calendar control, that is ASP colon calendar. Then we have to mention the ID. For example, ID is equal to calendar1 and run at server. Okay, now we'll discuss few property of the calendar control. We'll start with the first, that is caption. Caption is used to obtain or set the text value that is rendered as caption for the calendar control. Next is caption align. It is used to obtain or set the alignment of the text that is rendered as a caption for the calendar control. Next is cell padding. It is used to obtain or set the number of spaces between the data or a cell and the cell's border. Next is cell spacing. It is used to obtain or set the space between the cells. Next is day header style. It is used to obtain the style property for the section that display the day of the week. Next is day name format. It is used to set or obtain the name format for the days of the week. Next is day style. It is used to get the style property for the days in the displayed month. Next is first day of the week. It is used to obtain or set the day of the week to display in the first day column of the calendar control. Next is next month text. It is used to set or obtain text display for the next month navigation control. Next is next previous format. Over here it is written as next prev format. It is used to set or obtain format of the next and previous month navigation element in the title section of the calendar control. Next is next prev style. It is used to obtain or set property for the next and previous month navigation element. Next is other month day style. It is used to obtain the style property for the days on calendar control that are not in the displayed month. Next is prev month text. That is, it is used to obtain or set the next display for the previous month navigation control. Next is selected date. It is an important property. It is used to obtain or set the selected date. Next is selected dates. It is used to obtain a collection of system.date time object that represent the selected dates on a calendar control. Next is selected day style. It is used to obtain the style property for the selected days. Next is selection mode. It is also important property. It is used to obtain or set the date selection mode on the calendar control that specify whether the user can select a single day, a week, or an entire month. Next is select month text. It is used to obtain or set the text display for the month selection element in the selector column. Next is selector style. It is used to obtain the style property for the week and month selector column. Next is select week text. It is used to obtain or set the text display for the week selection element in the selector column. Next is show day header. It is used to set or obtain value indicating whether the heading for the days of the week is displayed. Next is show grid lines. It is used to set or obtain value indicating whether the day on the calendar control are separated with grid line. Next is show next pre-rev month. It is obtain or set a value indicating whether the calendar control display the next and previous month navigation element in the selection title. Next is show title. It is used to obtain or set value indicating whether the title selection is displayed. Next is title format. It is used to set or obtain the format for the title section. Next is title style. It is used to obtain the style property of the title heading for the calendar control. Next is today day style. It is used to obtain the style property for the today's date on the calendar control. Next is today's date. It is used to obtain or set the value for the today's date. Next is use accessible header. It is obtain or set a value that indicates whether to render the table header, th HTML element for the day header instead of data table data TD HTML element. Next is visible date. It is used to obtain or set the date that specify the month to display on the calendar control. And last one is weekend day style. It is used to obtain the style property for the week and date on the calendar control. Now we'll see and discuss a example of calendar control by using Visual Studio. Okay, to see the example of calendar control, I already had a project as a web application, and inside that a default page is already there. I'm closing it and I'm adding a new web form into our project, and for it I have to go to Solution Explorer, right click on project name and go to add, and then we have to add new item. Okay, select web form from here and give an appropriate name. For example, I am giving the name index.aspx and add it. Okay, so a web page is added. Go to design, it will give us a design view. Okay, now we have to see the example of calendars control. So I just uh, write first it by dragging and dropping the label control. Inside the caption of label control, I am writing example of calendar control. Okay, now next I am taking another label and give a message to user, select a date. Then after it I am going to drag calendar control. You can check in standard control only calendar control is available. I am just dragging and dropping it. Okay, so calendar control is all added. Now I am going to add a text box over here. So whatever date we will select from this calendar control, that's date will be displayed over here. So I am dragging and dropping the text box. I am just changing the ID of text box because we have to use it. I'm giving the name it to txt date. Okay, so now I'm going to do code like that. Whenever I select some date from this control, the date will be displayed over here. Then we have to see one more example like that. Whenever our page will be loaded or reloaded, the default date, it means today's date, will be displayed. Okay, so for that I have to just right click on web form and just click on view code. It will take us to .cs file. It means in C# file. Page load event is already there. I just put my code over here. Okay, so calendar, our control name is calendar1. Okay, dot selected. Okay, date equals to date time dot now. I'm doing this code to display the today's date and time to in our text box. Okay, now we are selected the date as today's date in our calendar control. Now we have to display that selected date into the our text box. Okay, for that I had to write txt date. This is my id of the text box dot text. Okay, that equals to, I just pass the message like that, today date, today's date and time is. Okay, then I have to concat the today's date and time. For that I have to use calendar control, calendar1 dot selected date. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to run it. Okay, I going to run it by just clicking this run button and it will open in Google Chrome. Okay, so we can check the output over here. Okay, it gives us today's date and current time. Okay, now if I'm going to select some date from here, it will not display into it because we by default select today's date and time. To do so, what we have to do, just we have to comment this code. Okay, we have to just keep this code, that is txt_date.text equals to today's date and time is using this string, then concatenation sign and calendar one dot selected date. Okay, now we are going to run it. Okay, now you can check into output that it is take some default value of date and time. Now if I'm going to select some date from here, it will give a selected date to us. For example, I am clicking 22nd April, it will give us 22nd April. That's it for calendar control. Our next control is add rotate control, and that control we'll discuss in next part of this video lecture series. Thank you.